I just think there are so many great Australian stories and that people of this generation really need to know about them. I mean, some of the books that I've written about people like Vivian Bullwinkle, an enormously wonderful hero who was celebrated in her time, but future generations have forgotten her heroics. The same with Annette Kellerman. She was the biggest movie star in the world in the age before World War One. She was a great Australian hero, an incredible force of nature who did so much to celebrate Australia and promote Australia, and yet modern generation really doesn't know anything about her. And I just think stories like Annette Kellerman, Vivian Bullwinkle, I really think they can inspire a new generation of young people in Australia and older people to really reach for the stars and do everything they can to maximise their potential. Someone like Annette Kellerman is such an inspiring character that for me, the writing process isn't that difficult. I find out everything I possibly can. I find out what's been written about them in the past. A lot of myths. I try and correct a lot of myths, and there's certainly a lot of myths in the stories of Annette Kellerman that have been told over the years. So hopefully my book will redress some of those. But she's such an inspiring character, and she documented a large part of her life herself. She embellished parts of it, so I had to sift through her embellishments. There was a little bit of the exaggeration in some of the stories she told, but I could cross-reference with newspapers at the time. And she was so famous in her day that just about everything she did was reported on by multiple sources, multiple newspapers, both in Australia and in the United States and Britain. So I had lots of primary source material to go through. And the picture that I drew even from the family photos and mementos that she kept from a young child, from her days growing up in Sydney in the late 1800s, you know, it was a document of a person who just loved life and wanted to express her joy for life to everybody else. So I really felt in many ways that I was just a modern day messenger for her story.